News alert for you now, because we are awaiting the start of the White House briefing, and that's where we expect new reaction to that bombshell of a book from former Defense Secretary Robert Gates.
Kirsten Powers, columnist for the Daily Beast, Fox News contributor Brad Blakeman, former Deputy Assistant to President George W. Bush. Hello to both of you.
Hello.
As we await Carney's reaction to this, Kirsten, what do you expect him to say? I mean, is this a full-throated defense, or do you brush it on? This is a cabinet member who works so closely with each other. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the White House, I mean, they've already put out a statement basically saying that they disagree with the assessment, which is about what you could expect. And I would assume that it will be respectful, but that they will claim that a lot of this stuff is not accurate. I can't imagine that either the president or Hillary Clinton are going to ever admit to that conversation that Bill Gates says that he witnessed, where they were talking about how they voted for this, or voted against the surge for political reasons. So it will be interesting to see how that is finessed, how Jay Carney finesses that.
Right, and Brad, I wanted to bring that up with you because that's one of the revelations. There are a lot of juicy revelations in this book, but one of them is that Hillary Clinton made this political calculation, not based on what was best for the United States or what was best for the people in Iraq, but based on what was best for her campaign. And that's why she decided to oppose the surge. I mean, if you believe Robert Gates' account. So do you think that this affects her presidential aspirations at all?
I certainly do. And here's why. Both Obama and Hillary admitted that the 2007 surge decision was political because they were running for president. But what's really important is if they're going to make a political decision like that, when they're running for president, isn't it more likely than not that they also made a political decision with the lies and cover-up of Benghazi just weeks before the president's reelect? So if you believe that they would politicize a military operation for their own personal political gain in 2007, then it makes more likely that they also did the same thing with Benghazi.
Okay.
That's what's Hillary's Achilles heel, I believe, as they battle for the nomination in 2016.
What's your response? Do you think that this revelation affects Hillary Clinton's presidential run?
Well, I think it obviously poses a difficulty for her, but the problem with this, for people who want to make this an issue, is that it's a he said, she said situation. This is, you have somebody saying that she said this, and like I said, I highly doubt she's going to say, oh yeah, I said that. I said that I, didn't vote for the surge because of politics.
Right, but
so,
I mean, that's true, Kirsten, but this isn't some guy off the street.
No,
I
agree,
member, former
I think,
defense secretary.
Right, but we have to wait and see what she says. But like I said, if she says, I didn't say this, where does that leave people? I just think it's going to be a lot harder to make this stick to her. People will sort of, I think, go to their respective corners, and the people who want to believe this will believe it, and the people who don't want to believe it won't believe it.
And Brad, what do you think about that? It is a he said, she said, but furthermore, people do think that Hillary Clinton makes political decisions. I mean, that's part of the rap on her.
There's no question about it. And again, Bill touched on it. It goes to credibility. What does Gates have to gain by making this revelation? What he did is he made the revelation, but he made it in a way that's of disappointment. He said it disappointed him that both the President of the United States and Hillary, as Secretary of State, both now serving in the highest capacity of American government, would do these things to gain power. That's what he is reporting. I happen to believe he has more credibility than Hillary and the president on this particular issue.
Brad Blakeman.
I think that.
Go ahead. You can say.
I was going to say, I think that they could say he has plenty to gain. He actually seems quite bitter in the book, and I'm not saying he shouldn't be bitter. He had a lot to be upset about, but I think they could say he's somebody who has an axe to grind with this White House.
Okay, waiting on Jay Carney. Thanks to both of you.
Thanks,
okay,
guys.
as we stand by here. Appreciate it.